Hey, good morning, my friends. This is MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. A lot going on in weather. We're starting with the tropical shirts, the last day, because we're back to colder air. We still have a high wind warning, but the highest of the high gusts are probably done. The wind warning now for gusts up to 55 miles an hour through 4 p.m. I'll show that to you. Colder temperatures moving in, and we'll start to look out into the future toward Christmas. And the European model keeps us on the cold side, and that's the first thing you need for a white Christmas. So here we go. Let's see. This is where the high wind warning is in effect. The area from just west of Grand Rapids, I don't know what color you'd call that. I'd call it kind of an orangish tan, maybe. Northern lower Michigan, the tip of the thumb, Huron County, and then the UP all under the high wind warning. The rest of the area under a wind advisory for up to 50 mile an hour winds. So like I said, the highest gust probably over. Traverse City, Cherry Capital Airport, officially measuring a 70 mile an hour wind gust. That's the highest gust I've seen that's official. Pentwater reporting a 73 mile an hour wind gust. That was estimated. And a lot of 60 to 65 mile an hour wind gusts. Quite a bit of scattered, numerous damage reports. Fruitport Elementary, I think it was, or Edgewood Elementary in Fruitport in Muskegon County, reporting the roof half blown off. So there's the winter weather, the high wind warning. Now, as far as on radar, not much going on. You might have a couple of showers in the far southeast, but that's about it. And we do have a wedge of some sunshine. When you look at the satellite picture, you could kind of see the clouds along the cold front in southeast lower Michigan. Let me get this in a better perspective for you, because I wanted to show you the storm up to the north. It is pulling off. So you could kind of see the clouds in the southeast. You could see the wedge of sunshine from Flint to Grand Rapids, northward to around Cadillac. Then you could see the low clouds in the colder air across the UP and Wisconsin heading this way. And notice at the far top of the screen, that swirl. That's the center of the storm that has brought such chaos, including tornadoes to Nebraska and Iowa. And we might have even had a tornado in an area where there's snow on the ground. And I don't know that I've ever seen that. All right, radar forecast for today shows you that we're not worrying about any precipitation with this strong cold front passing. Here's the radar forecast through noon. Well, I guess I should say the UP. You get some snow showers out of this through the afternoon and evening hours, but lower Michigan should be dry, and we carry it out to tomorrow morning, and it looks dry as well. All right, as far as the wind gusts go, here's the wind gust forecast. In miles per hour, let's go to 9, 10, 11. Let's go to noon. And you're still getting some 50 mile an hour gusts plus Saginaw, Bay City, Midland into the thumb. You're still getting them around the Straits region, Mackinac City and Petoskey, Sheboygan, Rogers City. But notice the west side of lower Michigan where the winds were strong. Those are starting to come down by noon to gusts of 45 to 50 miles an hour. And it's going to be kind of an extended 45 to 50 mile an hour gust period. This is 6 o'clock this evening, still gusting over 50 in the thumb maybe. Northeast shoreline, Alpena and Tawas, you get into the 50 mile an hour gusts this afternoon. But then as we go into the evening hours, the gusts start to come down from west to east. We're at 9 o'clock. Your gusts are down to 35 miles an hour in Traverse City. So this is a pretty long wind event, although the worst is likely over. And we go to midnight, down to 25 to 35 mile an hour gusts, and we continue to go through the night, and the gusts slowly die down. So if you're on the west side of the state and you have power now, you probably have escaped power outages. Probably. You still got several hours of maybe 50 to 55 mile an hour gusts and then they start to come down. But the 70-mile-an-hour gust chance is over. All right. Hey, good morning, Battle Creek and Terry Joe, and good morning, Elaine Belanowski. Ooh, tongue twister. Elizabeth Pyle, good morning. Here is the European model, and we're going to look at this to show you just in general what's going on. So here's our storm system moving through, and the colder air comes in tonight and tomorrow. Not real cold. A storm system passes just to our south with the heaviest precip on Saturday morning, but it will bring some snow up into Michigan, looking fairly light, but cold enough to stick, and might be an inch or two in places, including the far southeast. Then notice we stay in the colder air for the weekend. Monday, we try to get back to a little bit warmer, but it's just not happening. And we're on that dividing line. Warmth just to our south, Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, and cold kind of into Michigan now. We're into next Thursday, the 23rd. Now we're into Christmas Eve right there. And that's snow for Christmas Eve. And the temperatures stay cold enough for it to stay snow. And this is Christmas Day, and the cold air is starting to pour in, and the snow showers are flying. So yes, do not write off a white Christmas just yet. We're in the low 60s this morning. We're back to highs only in the 30s tomorrow, 40 in Detroit and Ann Arbor, so that's not too bad for this time of the year. Saturday, I guess I should say not too cold. Saturday, we look at temperatures only in the low 30s. Sunday in the low 30s and upper 20s north. Monday pop back to the upper 30s, but then it's pretty cold after that. Upper 20s for highs. Wednesday maybe a little pop up, and then Thursday in the mid 20s, and Christmas Eve day in the low 30s, and Christmas Day in the low 30s. All right, one last thing I want to show you, and I just want to let you know that I'm trying to get a feel, and I think all meteorologists are trying to get a feel for what the rest of winter will be like, and the pattern is setting up. The general pattern is setting up. We just have to figure out what it means for daily weather here at the ground, and I'm getting a good formulation here in this old 32-year meteorological computer up above. So what we're looking at here are the surface temperature anomalies, and it's going to go out about 10 days, okay? So I showed that as we go into the weekend, as we go into Sunday, we cool to a couple of degrees cooler than normal, and then Monday we pop back up a little bit. But what I want you to notice is that the cold air is out in the northwest, the warmth is in the south, and both of those are bleeding toward us at times. Like this is Wednesday, a little warmer. And then the cold air kind of slips in. But as we get out to the end of this forecast, 10 days out, that's a classic La Nina pattern right there. Very cold in the western part of Canada. That is, that's some 40 degrees colder than normal, and 20 degrees warmer than normal in the southeast. And at times we're going to see that cold air off to the west ooze toward us. And at times, once that oozes back, we're going to see the warmth lift up toward us. So look for a more than normal up and down temperature pattern, I think, as we go into January. And the big question will be is, will that extreme cold break off in mass and come toward us? I think we will have pieces of it. If we get the whole brunt of it, I'm not sure. But a very interesting scenario shaping up for January. And if the timing is right on a flare-up of storms, we could have quite the winter weather. So if you're not a winter weather fan, enjoy today. one last day. If you are a winter weather fan, just know that winter's there and we will get into it. All right, thanks for joining me on the MLive Morning Weather Update brought to you by Consumers Energy. I'm MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. Batten down the hatches for about another 6 hours or so, and then it's smooth sailing after that. Take care.